Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
So my husband is a physician, so he's got a really good income, but he also has almost $500,000 of student loan debt. We've been married 3 years, so I kind of married into his debt. And as such, we're not sure if now is even an acceptable time to be considering buying a couple of new to us used cars. Right now, he works out of state and will for the foreseeable future. So he's gone 50% of the time, and I'm here with all the kids. Last week, 2 of our vehicles were broken down at the same time, so I had no transportation. So I was just, we're looking to spend maybe a total of $40,000 on a van and a sedan, and just don't know if we're still supposed to be driving clunkers because of that massive student loan debt.
Are we attacking the massive student loan debt?
Probably not as fiercely as you would like, which has, and not as fiercely as I would like either, because this is a second marriage for both of us. We've both had to kind of adjust our financial views a little bit, a little give and take. And so I'm more gung-ho than he is, but at the same time, we are still paying them off. We've paid off 100,000 of them in the past 2 years.
Yeah. What's he make?
He makes 400,000 gross. Mm-hmm. So we're bringing home a little over 18,000 a month.
Mm-hmm. You should be bringing home more than that. Your taxes aren't.
It's about 19,000.
Yeah, that's
after taxes and insurance.
That's almost 50%.
That's almost you don't have a 50% tax. There's some kind of problems going on here.
Is he investing through his retirement plan?
Yes, but that's actually already been maxed out for the year. So yeah, I know.
Well, that's why you're taking home less as well. That's part of the equation here. Yeah. So if we paused investing, you could get back $20,000 in your paycheck.
I mean, the question is not really cars, because based on the way you guys are currently living, you're trying to wander out of debt while continuing to do investing, and while you have but do this, you make $400,000, you only paid off $100,000 in 2 years. I mean, and it's just awful. So, you know, there's no intensity at all inside.
We also have a lot of expenses that others may not have. With him working out of state, he has to maintain an apartment out of state. We have I have 3 stepkids that live in a different state that he has to go out there to visit on a monthly basis. And so hotel rooms and travel for that. Mm-hmm. And then
but truthfully, Katie, you told us you guys are not intense. You guys are not working our system. Okay. I'm not mad at you, but so I don't know whether you buy a car matters. I mean, if you want to go buy a car if you're going to keep working it this way, but you're going to struggle as long as you continue to do this. And so, you know, it's, you guys are going to have to decide if you're going to lean into this debt thing and get rid of the debt. If you're going to lean into it, then stop the 401k and buy one $10,000 car and get rid of these 2 pieces of crap that keep breaking down. But, you know, as long as y'all keep acting like people that make $400,000, you're going to keep spending what you're spending, and you're going to justify it and rationalize it, and you're going to stay in debt. You're not going to get out. So, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, the $10,000 car doesn't matter. But what it does do, what the question does do in your house, not with us, doesn't affect us, but between the two of you, it causes you to say, okay, are we going to do this or not? Are we going to keep limping through this? Because at this current rate, you're going to be in debt for 10 years. And that's just, you know, that's not a plan. You know, it's not a good plan. But, and if you're going to do that, then yeah, sure, buy a car. I mean, it's not, buy all the cars you want to buy. I don't care. I mean, it's not, because it doesn't, what you're doing is you're half butt doing everything. And that's just not going to, everything we teach anyway. So, yeah, you guys need to have a discussion about this. Okay. We need to sit down and make the money we have behave better. And we need to behave better. And we need to get in very, very intense, because you are a broke doctor's wife. You're married to a doctor who is broke. Poor people making $400,000. That's what you are. So you guys got to decide if that's how you want to live or not. I don't want to live like that. So,
yeah, part of this is getting a line going. All right, how much can and should we be throwing at this debt? We want to be done in 3 years. Okay, that's $170,000 a year we got to be throwing at this. What does that take per month? Once you make it mathematical.
And what must be true?
Yeah, we got to cut
what
some
has to be true of our lifestyle? What has to be true of the travel apartment? What has to be true about this and true about that? And, you know, and what's the way we can, for a short period of time, what can we sacrifice? And that's what you do. And regardless if you make $40,000 or you make $400,000.
Maybe you can repair the cars for $5,000 instead of spending $40,000, and that buys you a few years. Who knows?
Yeah, but I think what this highlights is not a car issue. What it highlights is the issue that you guys are, the plan you're working, you know, is not working, not well, and you're not on the same page. And you guys probably need to talk about what the flip we're going to do going forward. I mean, that will answer your car question.
And do you even have $40,000 in cash to pay for this?
Yeah, probably not. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Jump in. We'll talk about your life and your money. So, George, one of the things that happens, and it happened with me, I didn't have a choice because I went broke. But you can choose to take away all your options. You can choose to take away all your rationalizations. You can choose to do this. And you have to kind of run a mental scenario. I always tell people, like, okay, you have no money. What if you had to have $10,000 by Christmas to save the life of your child with a medical procedure, and you couldn't borrow it?
What would you do?
You'd find it. You'd find it. And all of a sudden, all this, oh, well, I have to do this and I have to do that. And bull crap, we're getting $10,000.
If you make it a priority, it happens.
It's like, it's life or death.
Whatever you focus on,
and so
you'll see the results.
All of a sudden, all this stuff we think we need when you are trying to save the life, when you put it in that kind of a mental gymnastic routine, then you're forced into looking at your life realistically.
Yeah. Because debt isn't life or death, but you kind of have to make it that way in order to get out.
It's not. But if you say, if you act like that's how important this is, until it becomes important, you're not going to do it. That's the thing. As long as there's something else
that's any goal in life,
you're not going to do it. Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.